Hi everyone, I'm Sarah. Welcome to my informative speech. I'm going to begin by asking how many of you know your zodiac sign, and then how many of you know any of your other signs beyond just your sun sign. So, astrology is the belief that the alignment of the stars and the planets affect every individual's mood, personality, and environment. But what a lot of people don't know is that there's more to astrology than just your sun sign or your basic zodiac sign. Each person has a birth chart or a natal chart. This is basically a map of where all of the planets were in their orbit around the sun at the exact moment that someone was born. Birth charts are calculated by the date, time, and location that someone was born. Each chart has a zodiac sign placement in each of the planets, one for sun placement, one for moon, and then one for your rising or ascendant sign. So, your sun sign is the most known sign. This is based on your birthday. So, I was born on November 11, meaning I'm a Scorpio. This represents your ego, your sense of self, your basic personality, and your general preferences. Further, your moon sign rules your emotions, moods, feelings. This is basically your personality when you're alone or deeply comfortable with someone. I am a Virgo moon, so that means my emotions, moods, and feelings are very organized and very idealistic. Your rising or ascendant sign is the mask that you wear when you meet people, basically. This determines how people view you upon meeting before you become super comfortable. I am a Cancer rising, which means that I come across as very quiet and very nice and sweet, I guess. Furthermore, your Mercury sign is how you communicate, think, and process information. Your Venus sign rules love and beauty. This determines how and what you love. Mars rules aggression. This determines how you assert yourself, take action. It's the energy around you, basically. These aspects of birth charts are the most influential on a person's personality, but there's still more than this. And they do influence a person, but it's just, these are the biggest ones that determine why a person is how they are, basically. So Jupiter determines your idealism, optimism, and expansion. Saturn determines responsibility, limits, boundaries, fears, and self-discipline. Uranus determines one's innovation, rebellion, and progress. Neptune determines your dreams, imagination, and the unconscious. And finally, Pluto determines power, intensity, obsession, and control. So there are 11 zodiac signs that could be placed into someone's birth chart for each of these planets or moon or rising or sun and everyone. So there's a lot of resources that you can use to see your birth chart. One that I like to use the most is the CoStar Astrology app. This is on Apple and Android, and you can make a profile. You just have to put in your information, like your birthday, your birth time, and where you were born, and it'll compile all of that into your birth chart and show you every single aspect of your natal chart. You can also add your friends on this. You can analyze their birth chart. You can compare it with your own. It does give you like a compatibility section where they explain how your placements work together, but I don't really think it's that correct. I've read a few things that it's not the best, but I mostly just use this app to kind of save my friends' birth charts so I can look at them later and analyze them. Other websites you can use are like Cafe Astrology and just astrology things online, or you can even just search birth chart in Google and something will come up. You just have to know how, or like what time you were born and where and whatnot. But to conclude, there is just a lot more to astrology than just your sun sign, your basic sign. Analyzing and understanding your own birth chart can help you understand yourself. It can help you better yourself, understand why you've done the things that you've done. Can also help you understand your friends and your family members. And it can be really beneficial. I think it can really help relationships and friendships and whatnot. But it's also something that you guys could get into over quarantine if you're really that bored. I have been reading a lot of books about it to keep me busy. So Thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys are staying safe and having a good time, I guess, over quarantine.